Hello students, in today video lecture we will discuss about the LED structures. In previous lecture we have discussed about the homojunction and heterojunction, double heterojunction. Okay, in homojunction is made between the similar type of semiconductor material, while heterojunction develop or form between two different type of semiconductor material. Right now we will discuss about the LED structures. Okay, so according to your syllabus and according to the book of senior, there are six different type of LED structures are used, and it depends on the application where we use LED for particular application, right? So you can see there are six major type of LED structures, and although only two have found extensive use in optical fiber communication, two other have become increasingly applied. These are surface emitter and edge emitter. The superluminescent and the resonant cavity LEDs respectively. The other two structure, the planar and dome LEDs, find the more application as cheap plastic encapsulated visible device for use in such area as inter-alarm TV channel, charts, and industrial counting. However, infrared version of these devices have been used in optical communication, mainly with fiber bundles, and it is therefore useful to consider them briefly before processing to the high radiance LED structures. Okay, so there are six type of different type of LED structure, but mainly because we are reading optical fiber communication, so our interest is in optical communication. So mainly, basically, two structures, surface LED and edge structure LED are used for optical communication purpose. Now, first is the planar LED. In planar LED, you can see this figure. This is the planar LED. It is very simple. The planar LED is made by a with the help of homojunction substrate. So, the planar LED is the simplet of the structure that are available and is fabricated by either liquid or vapor phase epitaxially process over the whole surface of gallium arsenide substrate. Right? This involves a p-type diffusion into the n-type substrate in order to create junction illustrated in figure. So in this figure you can see, first we take a n-type substrate and we diffuse a thin p-type substrate, p-type epitaxial layer on the surface, and this is very thin, so the depletion layer shift towards the this thin p-type layer. So we assume that this total p-type layer work as the active region, or we can say work as a depletion layer where recombination process occurred. Okay, so forward current flow through this junction gives spontaneous emission, and the device emit light from all surface. However, only limited amount of light escapes the structure due to the total internal reflection, and therefore the radiance is low. अब इसमें होना क्या है कि जैसी लाइट यहाँ से एमिट होगी, तो बेसिकली क्या होगा, बाहर का जो रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स है एयर का वो कम है विद रेस्पेक्ट टू दिस लेयर. सो यहाँ पर अगर जो फोटो जनरेट हो रहे हैं वो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एंगल से लाइट आ रही है बाहर की तरफ, तो एक पर्टिकुलर एंगल पर जब अगर वो क्रिटिकल एंगल से ज़्यादा हो जाएगा तो वहाँ पर टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन होगा. दैट मीन्स लाइट जहाँ जनरेट हो रही है वो उसी मीडियम में वापस रिटर्न हो जाएगी. दैट्स वाई its radius is low. So this is the planar LED, but practically it is not used in fiber communication. Now dome LED. This structure of a typical dome LED is shown in figure. A hemisphere of n-type gallium arsenide is formed around a different p-type region. So here first we take a p-type region, a very small p-type region like point, you can see point, and इसके अराउंड पे हमने क्या किया है, n टाइप का यहाँ पर हमने एक ये बनाया है, एक n टाइप यहाँ पर हमने रीजन लिया हुआ है, ठीक है। So a hemisphere from n-type gallium arsenide is formed around a diffusion p-type region. The diameter of the dome is chosen to maximize the amount of internal emission reach the surface within the cylindrical angle of the gallium arsenide air interface. So you can see the p-type जो हमने यहाँ पर जो material लिया है, this is in circular shape और circle shape. सो जो भी लाइट एमिट होगी वो चारों डायरेक्शन में होगी, तो ये जो डोम एरिया है वो भी हमने ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यहाँ पर कवर किया हुआ है। Hence, this device has a higher internal power efficiency than the planar LED. However, the geometry of the structure is such that the dome must be far larger than the active recombination area, which gives a greater effective emission area and thus reduce the radiance. Okay. Now, third one type of surface emitter LED. It is very important for examination point of view and for your study point of view, because surface emitter LED and edge emitter LEDs both are used in optical communication widely. A method for obtaining high radiance is to restrict the emission to a low active region within the device. The technique pioneered by Brewers and Davison was homostructure device was to use an etched bell in gallium arsenide substrate in order to prevent heavy absorption of the emitted radiation and physically to accommodate the fiber. So in previous structures, we have seen that absorption is occurred in the material, and mostly photons absorbed by the material itself due to the total internal reflection and due to the impurities or imperfections of the in the material. So here in this type of surface emitter LED, we etched a well or we dig a well up to active region and insert the fiber on the top of that active region, right? So these structures have low thermal impedance in the active region, allowing high current density and give high radiation efficiency into the optical fiber. Furthermore, considerable advantage may be obtained by employing double hetero structure, giving increased efficiency from electrical and optical confinement, as well as less absorption of the emitted radiation. This type of surface emitter LED has been widely employed within optical fiber communication. The structure of high radiation East Bell double heterojunction surface emitter for 0.8 to 0.9 micrometer wavelength band is shown in figure. The internal absorption in this device is very low due to the large band gap confinement layers, and the deflection coefficient at the back crystal face is highly, giving good orbit radius. The power coupled PC into the multimode step index fiber may be estimated from the relationship. This is the relationship by which we can calculate the power coupled through active region to in the multimode step index fiber, where R is the fractional reflection coefficient at the fiber surface, A is the smaller of the fiber cross section or the emission area of the surface, and RD is the radius of the source. Now last one, next is the edge emitter LED. It is also very important. Another basic radiance structure currently used in optical communication is the strip geometry double hetero edge emitter. In this structure, we have used double heterojunction here, and we form a active region at the edge. So the radiation occur through this edge only. This device is similar geometry to a conventional contact strip injection layer as shown in figure. It takes advantage of transparent guiding layer with a very thin active layer 50 to 100 micrometer in order that the light produced in the active layer is spread into the transparent guiding layer, reducing self-absorption in the active layer. So in this structure we have used the phenomena of laser. Here we use reflection plates or glass in the other side. So the absorption can be minimized in this type of emitter, edge emitter LED or this in structure. And one side we use one side a reflection plate and light emit from the another edge. So the consecutant waveguide narrow the beam divergence to the half power width of around 30° in the plane perpendicular to the junction. Most of the propagation light is emitted at the one end face only due to the reflector on the other the face and anti-reflection coating on the emitting end face. The effective radiance at the emitting end phase can be very high, giving an increased coupling efficiency into the small numerical aperture fiber compared with the surface emitter. However, the surface emitter generally radiate more power into air 0.5 to 3 times than edge emitter, since the emitted light is less affected by reabsorption and interfacial recombination. So these are the main type of LED structures. Okay, thank you.